Acer just made their best laptop more affordable. This is Acer Nitro V16. Technically, it's the new. Acer had used Neo 16 in a new body and with a lower price tag, which makes this laptop one of the best mid-range laptops in the market. I think it's the best laptop in under $1,000. Let's start with the body and chassis design. The shell and the keyboard deck made from plastic, but the lid is made from aluminum, which is good. And the overall build quality is fine. I like it. The screen bubble is not that high. It is okay. But I should say the only downside with this body and design is the laptop is too huge. It is big and it's bigger than normal 16-inch laptops. I don't know why. And also it is heavier. It weighs more than 3 kilos with the charger, which is too much. And I don't think it is the best portable laptop for you. As for the keyboard, I like the keyboard. It has full-size keyboard. It doesn't support RGB, but the keys are orange. It is Nitro color, which is okay. I remember last Nitro models had red keys on the keyboard, but this one with orange tint on it is more beautiful than that model. And I like this keyboard, especially because this is the exact keyboard we saw in Acer Helios laptops, and it is good to have this keyboard in sub $1,000 laptop. About the trackpad is made out of plastic, but it is okay. I think you will get used to it, but there is no problem because anyway, with a gaming laptop, you're gonna buy a gaming mouse and use it anyway. As for the ports, I'm not happy with it. It has two USB Type-A ports, one of which supports 10 gigabits per second and the other one supports 5 gigabits per second. We have one HDMI 2.1 and there is no microSD like Helios. It is okay to not include a microSD in a gaming laptop, but we have only one Type-C port, which is Thunderbolt, but it is not enough. And come on Acer, 3 USB ports, it is not acceptable. I think, in my opinion, it is not acceptable. And the only downside in this section is the ports and also the weight of the laptop. So for this section, I will take 2 points from this laptop and I will give it 8 out of 10. I should mention that the lid is a fingerprint magnet and this laptop will get dirty as soon as you touch it, and it is not okay because the material on the lid is not that good. The coating and the material is not that good. As for the screen, I can say the screen has good color accuracy, good resolution for the price. It has almost 100% of sRGB, unfortunately less than 70% of Adobe RGB, but the resolution is FHD+, which is okay, and the refresh rate is 165 Hz. Which is okay for the RTX 4050 in this laptop. Also, the screen brightness is around 300 nits, which is okay, but you can't use this laptop in too bright rooms or under the direct sunlight. As for the score for this part, I can give it an 8 out of 10 because the screen is 16 by 10. And also it has 165 Hz refresh rate, and also it has 100% sRGB, which is good. And I mean, lots of laptops in this price range don't have these features. Okay, let's talk about performance. I like the performance in this laptop. Why? Because it's equipped with Intel 14650HX processor. It's a 20-core CPU alongside NVIDIA RTX 4050. There is other models with NVIDIA RTX 4060, which is good. You can upgrade to that model if you want. And also there is other models with Ryzen processors, which is I think better than this laptop because they have better thermals, but they are not as powerful as this CPU, but they have better thermals and battery life. I personally like AMD CPUs more than Intel ones, at least for this year, 2024. And about the thermals. Thermals in this laptop is good. The fan noise is a little too high, but it is acceptable. And the thermal management for the keyboard and keyboard deck area is good because it's made out of plastic and it doesn't get warm or hot a lot, which is good, and it means you can play games easily with this keyboard without any problem. But about the benchmarks, we tested Cinebench R23 in this laptop, and in that benchmark we got almost 18,000 scores in multi-core And the test was okay, but I expected more from this CPU because in Lenovo Legion Pro 5 with the exact CPU we got more than 50 FPS better results, which is okay for this laptop because it's priced a lot lower than Lenovo Legion Pro 5. But this is something to consider when you're buying this laptop. It is not the most powerful laptop with this CPU. And also in Cinebench 2024, it is the exact same pattern. We got 1066 scores, which is almost okay for the CPU. But I should say the single core score in Cinebench 2024 is just amazing. With 117 scores is just perfect. I like the score in the single core. Some interesting thing here I should mention is Cinebench R23 single core score is not that high, but in Cinebench 2024 we got one of the best scores in the single core performance, which is good, and I don't know why is this happening, but I think Cinebench R23 is not that compatible with 14 series or newer CPUs. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, but this is my expectations. And also we tested Cinebench 2024 in GPU, and in the GPU score we got about 8500 scores, which is okay, but it's a little too low. In Geekbench 6.2 we got 13,000 scores, almost 13,000 scores, which is good. And also we tested Time Spy in this laptop to see how well it can perform in 3D applications and games, and the score is fine. It's about 9,000 scores, and I can say I expected more from this laptop because some laptops like Lenovo Look or Asus stuff with lighter weight and less fan noise can deliver the same performance or even better performance in Time Spy, which is not good, I think, in my opinion. We tested some Adobe applications too, like Adobe Premiere, and in Adobe Premiere we got 5 minutes and 51 seconds because this laptop only has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and with 16 gigabytes of RAM, I think the Premiere render time is more than fine. You can also upgrade this laptop to 32 or 64 gigabytes, which is good. And also we tested Adobe After Effects in this laptop. We got 7 minutes and 3 seconds of render time. It is too high for my likings, but with 32 gigabytes of RAM, I know we can get better results. We also tested some games in this laptop like Cyberpunk 2077, and in that test we can get more than 60 FPS with this display and this laptop, which is good. And I can suggest you to play in lower picture qualities, lower presets, and with FSR3 frame generation on, because with that features you can get even more than 80 or 100 FPS without any problem. We also tested Rainbow Six Siege in this laptop, and the performance in Rainbow Six Siege is just good. I like the performance in this game, and I can say this laptop for eSports games is just perfect. It is good. We also tested Valorant in this machine, which is a CPU heavy title, and as we expected, the performance in Valorant is just good, is perfect. It gave us one of the best results we've seen because the CPU in this laptop is just powerful. We also tested Apex Legends in this machine, and in Apex Legends 2 the frame rates are more than acceptable and I like it, but I should say if you want to see the best performance and the best FPS possible, you should not play at the most and highest picture quality. You should lower it a little bit. We also tested Shadow of the Tomb Raider in this laptop, and in Shadow of the Tomb Raider we got almost 100 FPS, which is good. And also about Wukong, we got 72 FPS in average. And also my new favorite game, Marvel Rivals. In Marvel Rivals, in Ultra preset, we got 49 FPS, which is not okay, but it has 40-50. What do we expect? But if you want to play this game at the best FPS possible, you should lower your picture quality. At low preset, we got more than 100 FPS in average, which is good. For this section, I can say this laptop deserves an 8 out of 10 score. It is not that perfect, but it is good, and in some scenarios we can get the best performance compared to any other laptops in this price range, and I liked it. Okay, let's talk about speakers, webcam, and battery life. The speakers on this laptop is good, almost. I can say it is good, and it is enough for watching some movies, YouTube videos, but it is not that powerful, which is okay. It's a mid-range gaming laptop. What do we expect? So this is the webcam quality of Acer Nitro V16. It is kind of okay for a 720p webcam, but 720p is too low for a laptop in 2024 and 2025. But what do you think about the camera quality and the mic quality? Tell us in the comments below. Battery life in this laptop is absolute trash. You can't rely on battery life. I think the AMD models can have better battery life, but this laptop doesn't. And with 57 watt-hour battery, I can't say you can get more than 2 hours of battery life with this laptop, and it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a laptop. It's meant to be portable, but it is not. In conclusion, I can say I like the performance for this laptop, but I can only recommend it to gamers or someone who wants to do heavy tasks with this laptop. I can't recommend it to students, programmers, and graphic designers, video editors. There is so much here because the screen is not that color accurate. It is okay for gamers, just for gamers. It is heavy. It is not good for programmers who wants to carry their laptop around a lot. And also it is not good for students because it is too powerful for them and also too heavy. If you want best performance in this price range, you can get this model. What do you think about the Acer Nitro V16? Tell us in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.